Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. So, part 5 of the Chalo USA series of webinars. We will wait for a minute exactly for the other people to join and start in just a minute. Thank you. A very good afternoon, everyone, once again. And thank you for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon for the part 5 of the Chalo USA series of webinars that we've been doing all the way from April. This part 5 of this Chalo USA series will focus on gateway cities, fall and winter activities. In this webinar, we will be providing you the latest updates on travel to the USA and to discover New York City, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, and Santa Monica. Just a few housekeeping notes just before I hand over to the speakers for today. Please note that all the attendees are on mute mode and your webcam has been turned off by default. If any technical glitch and your webcam turns on, please turn off the same immediately and log out of the system simply by restarting your browser. Those of you who are attending this webinar using their mobile phones, please use the same in landscape mode for a better viewing experience. If you experience any issue like mixing of audio or a lag, please check your internet connection and refresh the browser. Most problems get resolved by simply refreshing your page or browser. If the issue still persists, try logging out of the system and restarting your browser. If you are experiencing low internet speed when any video is played, you might get a pop-up saying click for audio. Simply click on that and everything will go back to normal. In case you have any queries during the presentation, please feel free to type your queries in the Q&A tab, which has opened up on the top right-hand corner of the screen inside the webinar's control panel. This control panel can be minimized or maximized for the best viewing experience. We will answer as many questions as possible in the Q&A tab and also during the Q&A session and once the presentation is over. If by chance we have missed out on answering any of your questions, please be sure that we will get back to you personally to answer those questions. Thank you once again for joining us, and let me introduce our speakers for today. I'd like to hand over to Bhavika Zariwala, who's the Director, Travel Trade India for Brand USA. She's not only going to be our first presenter for today, but she will also introduce our other speakers. It's over to you, Bhavika.
Thank you so much, Sheldon. A big warm welcome to everyone who's joined us today. Hope you're doing well and in the best of health. So, a big warm welcome to part 5 of the Chalo USA webinar series, which is focused on Gateway City, fall and winter activities. We have some really great destinations today, like New York, LA, Philadelphia, as well as Santa Monica. And our presenters for today include Makiko Matsuda, who is the Managing Director for Tourism Market Development based in New York. We have Seema Kadam joining us from Mumbai. She's the Regional Director for LA Tourism and Convention Bureau. And we also have Dheera Majumdar Mitra, who is the India representative for Philadelphia Convention and Visitors Bureau, as well as Santa Monica Travel and Tourism. Today's session will give you a very quick update on what's happening in all these destinations, which will be very helpful for you to create some great FIT products once the borders reopen. Here's the presentation flow for today. And just a little bit about the fall in the US. It traditionally begins from September and lasts all the way till December before winter sets in. Halloween celebration, which is typically on the 31st of October, is really huge in the US, where people kind of get into different costumes. And there's a lot of fall activities like pumpkin decorating, which is a great family activity. You can go to a pumpkin patch, select a pumpkin and carve it out and show off your skills. The season is also really great for a hike as the leaves and foliage turn a really beautiful shade of orange, red, and yellow. You can also rent a cabin in the mountains to enjoy cool weather during this season along with the fall colors. Apple picking is also a very, very popular activity during this season, and all of these activity options are available in most destinations in the USA, whether they're within the main city or just a short drive away. I've marked out all the destinations to be presented today on the map for your reference. So we're going to virtually fly into New York City on either Air India or United Airlines direct flight, holiday in New York, and get rid of our jet lag after the 13-hour flight from India. We're then going to drive down 2 hours, a very short and scenic drive down to Philadelphia and explore the beautiful city. Post holidaying in Philadelphia, we're going to fly to sunny California and land in Los Angeles on a direct flight, which will be about 6 hours, the domestic flight between Philadelphia and LA. Once we are there, we're going to explore glamorous LA and then end our trip today with Beach Town, Santa Monica, which is just 30 minutes away from LAX International Airport. A quick recap of our Travel Trade website, where you can find all the information that you need to promote the US as a leisure travel destination. We have free images, videos, the latest travel guidelines, itineraries, as well as the trip planner. So the trip planner is a one-stop shop for all your FIT queries. It is a really fast and automated tool for you to just add the number of days, add a destination. You can add a state, city, region, or national park. And it kind of curates a day-wise itinerary for you and your clients. It optimizes your itinerary, minimizes travel time, checks when all attractions are open, and also recommends how much time one should spend at each attraction. So this is really like a great way to kind of go back to your client as soon as you have a query with an itinerary in hand, and then add or delete depending on your client's preferences and hand it over to the DMC for the costing. So as you may know, we have the USA Discovery Program, which is a free online training platform created to upskill agents to sell the US. We have learning modules for all the destinations being presented today. So if you want to test your knowledge and learn more, please complete these badges whenever you can. Each badge content has a destination overview, accommodation knowledge, food, nightlife options in each destination, as well as must-do activity roundups, which are always good to know to sell the destination better. We're also currently running the virtual road trip contest. And right now we have the Southeast History and Fun contest, where all you need to do is complete the 3 badges that you see on the screen. 3 lucky winners are going to win Amazon gift cards, and the winners are going to be announced on Friday. So really, I encourage you to participate. Each badge takes about 5 to 7 minutes, so they're not really long. Coming to Go USA TV, which is Brand USA's owned OTT platform, it's 100% free to watch. The latest addition to Go USA TV is the Great Outdoors through the eyes of locals. It's a beautiful 12-episode series that you can watch for free. And with that, we have our first presenter, Makiko Matsuda from NYC and Company. Makiko has met with many of you, and she's been coming to the India market for a few years. And I'm going to pass it over to Makiko to take us through the updates from New York City.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you and your families are all safe and healthy. I would like to thank Brand USA India team for organizing this exciting webinar and also Indiva marketing team for their support. I have to tell you, I cannot wait to welcome you all back to New York City. I miss you all so much. My name is Makiko Matsuda-Healy, Managing Director of Tourism Market Development at NYC & Company. NYC & Company is the official destination marketing organization and Convention and Visitors Bureau of the 5 boroughs of New York City. And we're here to support your swift business recovery. With all the frequent changes, the most important thing for you to know is where to find the most updated and accurate information. You can get all the useful links and updates related with COVID-19 at nycgo.com/coronavirus. We have a series of recorded webinars available for your convenience, as well as a robust digital library and trade newsletter and more. nycgo.com/travel-trade is where to go. As you know, we have come a long way, and we are happy to see our recovery taking shape. Our recovery will be gradual but certain. As always, thanks again for the important role you all play in telling the story of New York City's recovery. While we have seen the ship turn, we recognize that there still is a lot to be done, and we acknowledge that many of our international markets continue to suffer. So, as we look forward, we are mindful of the challenges and send our heartfelt thoughts to all communities affected by this global pandemic. We also want to take this opportunity to salute all frontline workers, both here in New York City that got us through the worst of times, and those all around the world still battling this terrible virus. Of course, and the frontline workers in India, I salute you. A particular focus of our recovery has been around diversity, equity, and inclusion. It is so important that we do all we can to advance social justice and lift up all underserved communities, as well as make visitors feel being welcomed no matter where they're coming from. We stand in solidarity with all of those who have been affected by racial injustice in our country, especially those in the Black and Brown communities, and those who have been the target of hate crimes, including Asian communities and LGBTQ+ communities. We have released Black-owned neighborhood guides, as well as content hubs for Black and Latino LGBTQ+ experiences. The Asian content hub is on its way, and we are developing more content and initiatives for accessible and sustainable travel. Last month, we launched our new tourism campaign, which will run at least until the end of this year. As people emerge again from their homes, craving interaction, experiences, and a sense of community, we know that New York City is the perfect place for this to happen. Whether it's a ball game at the Yankee Stadium, a dance party in Bushwick, or a ride on the Staten Island Ferry, now is the time to make sure you don't miss any of it. It's time for New York City. New York City doesn't need a tagline, but we like to send a friendly reminder not to miss that what will be a defining year, that it's time to come visit. This will be the year of New York City, and it's going to be a positively historic. And we want everybody to be able to say, I was there in 2021 when it all happened. When the time is right, we will roll out this campaign to international markets, of course, including in India, so stay tuned. So I'm going to show you a quick video.
You gotta be here to see this.
We're back, baby.
I love this video. So on to key updates. Just so that everybody knows, quarantine restrictions have been lifted. So there's no quarantine requirement for domestic and international travelers with no COVID symptoms. Only thing you need to worry about is the negative COVID test result before you're on board to come to the United States. 5 boroughs are open and ready to be explored upon your next visit. And this is important. In order to keep New York City safe and continue with daily activities, from August 16th, both residents and visitors will be required to provide proof of COVID-19 vaccination for indoor dining, indoor fitness, indoor entertainment, and performances. For international visitors, the best way to provide the proof is NYC COVID Safe app. It's available on an app store, Android or iPhone. Not just CDC approved vaccines, WHO recognized vaccines will be accepted. And next is Broadway. Broadway tickets are on sale with most of the shows opening in September, and the vaccine mandate rules apply to theaters. Subways open 24 hours. As it relates to hotel development, by year's end, you will have 110,000 hotel rooms in the city, not too far from the inventory we had pre-pandemic. So COVID-19 vaccines are available in New York City to all US residents who are 12 and older. New York State reported that 76.8% of adults have received at least one vaccine dose as of August 11th. So we're our eyes on the ball. Now, infrastructure. During the pandemic, the front door of New York City was literally being rebuilt and upgraded. From Monahan train station, it's really beautiful, brand new station across from the Penn Station in Midtown to a whole new LaGuardia Airport being built in Queens. And this is the first complete build of the US airport in the quarter century. And of course, Newark Liberty. 50 gates will be open next year, and JFK is updating as well. And there are COVID testing sites in all of these airports. So remember that. Now, New York City Ferry and City Bikes are a great open air transportation option. And, New York City Ferry, if you go to Brooklyn Navy Yard, you can even ride on a driverless car, which is the shuttle from the ferry area to the gate of the Brooklyn Navy Yard. It's really cool. On to hotels. The hotel development is in full speed. It is great to see the confidence of the New York City hotel investors. Now, just really not just reopening, but brand new hotels are opening too. And as a reminder, until the business travel segment's full recovery, midweek is your opportunity. I'm going to go over some of the new hotels. Margaritaville Resort Times Square, opening Times Square, with an outdoor heated pool and so on. It's really cool, nice, relaxing atmosphere. Ace Hotel Brooklyn in Boerum Hill, this is the second Ace Hotel in New York City. And Henna Hotel in New York, the Japanese Robert Hotel brands, the first US property in Garment District. And super luxury Aman New York is opening later this year as well on Fifth Avenue. Virgin Hotel and Ritz-Carlton, both are opening later this year. So really variety of categories and location. It's really great. Now on to dining. It's really the silver lining of this COVID era in New York City. It's now we're home to a vibrant outdoor cafe culture that we have never really had before to this extent. One example is Sauna opened this year in a Flatiron district, reimagining the Indian fare in a space that evokes the Art Deco period in Mumbai in 1930s. This restaurant is done by Priyanka Chopra Jonas. So check this out. And Boathouse and Central Park and Tavern on the Green are both open. It's a great examples of outdoor dining. You can ride on the boat as well. You can rent. Now on to shopping. The Empire Outlet is the only outlet shopping destination in New York City, and the New York City Ferry St. George route will start from August 23rd, and the access from the Midtown West to here is only 30 minutes then. And the world's first official Harry Potter flagship store has opened as well. Harry Potter New York. It's really not just shopping, virtual reality, and so on. It's a really great attraction. Speaking about attraction, Little Island, this is the brand new, unique park experience that's very popular on 13th Street and Hudson River. Arts and programming and theater space, 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. open, but you need a time reservation required from 12 noon to 8 p.m. for everybody's safety. Opening this fall, Summit will be New York City's newest observation deck at the crown of the iconic One Vanderbilt. And on to arts and culture, long anticipated exhibition Kusama at the New York Botanical Garden in the Bronx is on view. And the Met is opening up the Costume Institute's next major exhibition in September. From this September to next September, is 2 parts exhibition. Broadway is kicking off performances on September 14th. Tickets are now on sale. It's really exciting. And fall to winter time, this is really my favorite time in New York City, the fall foliage. Sports, holiday decorations, colors and lights look amazing in the city. First, I'd like to highlight the very important historic anniversary coming up this September, the 20th anniversary of 9/11. So light installation and as well as other citywide commemorations will take place. And this year is also 50th anniversary of New York City Marathon. The event is increasingly popular in India, and the event is scheduled to be held in person. This is obviously from pre-COVID. All the safety measures going to be in place. And events like Thanksgiving Day Parade, Christmas tree lighting in the Rockefeller Center will be happening too. It will be a little different from usual years, but we will have more information later this fall. And skating rink in Bryant Park, Central Park, the Rockefeller Center, and in downtown and Brooklyn. It's really a great time to visit New York City. I cannot wait to welcome you and your clients back to New York City. You will witness the positive changes and an incredible period of New York City. And you will remember your visit for the rest of your lives, and you will tell others, New York City in 2021, I was there. So thank you so much for your time, and see you all in New York City. Bye now.
A big thank you to Makiko for such a thorough update. So many new additions to New York City. I think we all need to go back to the US once travel opens, because it's going to look very different with a lot more things to do. We're now going to drive down to Philadelphia, probably rent a car or take a bus from Penn Station. It's about a 2-hour journey into Philadelphia. And we now have Dheera Majumdar Mitra. She is the India representative at Philadelphia Visitor and Conventions Bureau. Over to Dheera.
Thank you, Bhavika, and good afternoon to all the attendees. Thank you very much for taking your time to join us this afternoon, and also welcome to Philadelphia. One of the oldest cities in the US, Philadelphia has an authenticity which is very hard to replicate. And if you've never been to Philadelphia, now is a very good time for you to start planning, because we have a range of new hotel openings, boutique and global brands. Innovative dining options are opening up, popular attractions and tax-free shopping. There's something to please every visitor in Philly. But first and foremost, let me tell you that getting to Philadelphia, like Bhavika mentioned as well, is incredibly easy no matter where you're flying from, especially in India. So to give you a perspective, you can fly directly into Philadelphia from Doha on Qatar Airways, or from Europe on a number of other carriers like British Airways or Lufthansa. And a smooth arrival experience at the Philadelphia International Airport is guaranteed. And this is because of the amazing quickest immigration processing times that the airport really offers. This makes it for a great and preferred East Coast gateway options among passengers. Plus, the Philadelphia International Airport is the transatlantic hub for American Airlines, which offers over 120 worldwide connections. The Philadelphia International Airport is located roughly 20 to 30 minutes by a train or a car ride from Center City District. And we also have a local Philadelphia train called SEPTA. This airport train line is extremely well connected across different terminals in the airport, and they can take you across three different train stations within the city of Philadelphia, including the Amtrak station. However, should your customers insist on landing in New York, first, I would suggest that instead of JFK, they arrive into EWR. The reason being that EWR is very close to Philadelphia, almost a quick driving distance from the airport into the city of Philadelphia. And this makes Philadelphia a great base destination for your visitors looking to extend their US holiday, given the proximity to the nearby gateways as well. As you see on your screen, very close from a lot of other major European US cities, including Washington, D.C., and Boston as well. So I'll give you five top reasons on why Philadelphia should be on any itinerary that covers the East Coast. Number one, Philadelphia is the birthplace of America and was designated as the first World Heritage City in the United States. Philadelphia is the best first stop for any US trip. And if you want to learn, particularly if you want to learn anything about what America is and how it came into being. Second, the city offers amazing indoor and outdoor art galleries, from premier art museums to incomparable public art to top notch performances as well. Food, yes, we have 1,000 plus restaurants in the city, 400 outdoor cafes. Try everything from our cheesesteaks to hoagies to high end cuisine as well. Philadelphia has something to satiate every foodie as a person. Number four, shopping. Did you know that Philadelphia offers tax free shopping on clothes and shoes? Yes, there is no minimum, and the price you see is the price you pay. Number five, from annual festivals to urban adventures, Philadelphia has something to make every trip memorable and to last a lifetime. So, what I was wondering is why would Philadelphia be in any fall or winter itinerary? There is definitely never a bad time to visit Philadelphia, no matter what season you choose from. From spooky cell blocks, we have new exhibits, we have zany art installations, fall fests, virtual performances, amazing pop-up markets, and that make your whole Philadelphia experience full of action. And I cannot tell you how much I love the Christmas markets at the Dillard Park, or the display of fireworks during New Year's Eve at the Penn's Landing. In fact, the Macy's in Philadelphia has one of the outstanding Christmas trees that is worth a visit as well. So there's no better place to really expect a holiday shopping to take place than a place that offers tax-free shopping. Here's a collection of things that must be added to your fall winter collection itinerary of Philadelphia. First up, Philadelphia is home to 4,000 different murals that adorn building exteriors all over the city. And fall or winter, you can just grab your coat and head out to admire these beautiful artworks where you can learn about the city's culture in a more interesting and eclectic way. For more private tours, the Mural Capital of the World offers these amazing tours conducted by Philadelphia Mural Arts Foundation as well. Brand new kid on the block, we have a brand new museum called the Neon Museum of Philadelphia. This offers over 120 vintage neon signs and artwork from the city's iconic businesses like McGillen's Old Ale House and the Pat King's of Steaks, which is very popular for its cheesesteaks. So, this could be a very cool way of sort of experiencing the city's culture and history through all these signages as well. Third, we have this amazing place called Wonder Spaces. This is located right in the fashion district, opened last year. And this is a very immersive and interactive art experience where all the family members can really connect and share these unique experiences. This is an art gallery space of over 24,000 square feet, so making it a huge experience for yourself. And for comfort food, there's nothing like the Reading Terminal Market, which is a part attraction and part food destination. It is also one of the oldest farmers markets in the United States, and it's a perfect stop for your mid-city adventure, a midday break, or after you've explored the whole city as well. In fact, there are 80 different restaurants and merchants present in here, giving you a varied culinary experience to try from. My personal favorites are the cheesesteaks, pretzels, donuts, and ice cream. We also go to the largest urban spaces that Philadelphia offers. In fact, some of the biggest in the whole country of the United States. This is the place called Fairmount Park. In fact, this is an urban space that offers one of the most astounding foliage during autumn, which makes it a great addition to your fall itinerary. It's a 10,000 acre park system which has 63 individual parks and 200 historic buildings in itself. The one you see on your screen is a Japanese tea house called Shofosu. You'll be surprised at the amount of experiences you can have just at Fairmount Park. So pick up your running shoes, your walking shoes, or just take the bike and head out right here. The city hall is located right in the center of the city and is one of the architectural gems. It's amazing to sort of see the whole place inside and out and go right to the top of the steeple where you can actually get amazing panoramic views of the city. And just adjacent to the city hall, we have the Dillard Park and the Love Park, both of which make great attractions, especially during fall and winter, with their delightful Christmas markets, the festive cheer, and beautiful installations and vendors. In fact, this whole place sort of comes alive very beautifully during Christmas. The Victory Brewing Company is another new attraction which will be added in just in time for the Christmas and New Year's. This just adds on to the whole beer culture of the city and will be a very, very top notch attraction right in the center city. We also have the Brooklyn Bowling Company, which is a 35,000 square feet bowling and concert venue that is opening up in the end of this year in Center City, Philadelphia. This offers 26 bowling lanes and it can accommodate up to 1,000 people in a concert style as well. So, great place to sort of have nice events as well. We also have a whole list of new hotel developments coming in, and these are adding to the 12,000 hotel rooms that are already existent within Philadelphia across price points from the 2 star to the 5 star. Let's look at some of the new ones that are coming up on the block. First up is the Canopy Hotel, which was opened by Hilton. This is a great property, again located right in the center of the city, and it offers great design element as well in the property. We also have the Hyatt Centric, which opened up earlier last year. This is amazing as well for its range of rooms, and it offers amazing views of the whole city. Great location again. The Element Hotel is actually part of the Element and W Philadelphia campus. The Element Hotel opened up this year, and the we'll have the W opening up by the end of this year as well. Last but not the least, we'll also have the Live Casino Hotel opening up. This is a great property because the Live Casino and Hotel has is the first casino hotel within the centers of within the confines of the city of Philadelphia, and it has a lot of slot machines. It is a 200-room hotel which you can actually have your guests stay in as well. Here's a sneak peek into the W Philadelphia that is opening up as well. And we all know that going forward, Philadelphia is very, very committed to the whole health pledge, given the fact that, the whole how important safety and security becomes during these times. Um, I'm sorry, is my sound visible?
Yes, you're audible, Dira. Hi, Dira. Can you hear me?
Hey, I'm sorry, I was having some connection issues. Am I audible now?
Yes, perfect. Go on.
Sorry about that. I was talking to you about the Philadelphia Health Pledge. It is no secret that travel will change now as we all come out of the pandemic, and the expectations of the customers will change as well. In fact, the health and safety measures become so important, which is why we have launched the Philadelphia Health Pledge, where we put forth a range of all the associates we have within the city who align with us to keep in the safety and hygiene protocols high up there. And catering to the same sentiment and the same importance, we also are part of the World Travel and Tourism Council's Safe Travel Stamp. The WTTC Safe Travel Stamp is meant to standardize the travel experience and restore traveler confidence. This is meant to allow them to recognize governments, destinations, and travel companies around the world that have adopted to the global health and hygiene protocols, which aligned with current WHO and CDC guidelines. Philadelphia Convention and Visitors Bureau is part of this, and being a destination that is the Safe Travel Stamp ambassador, we are also issuing this stamp to our hospitality partners within the region. And with that, I leave you with some very key takeaways. Philadelphia is an absolute, at the bare minimum, a 2-night stay for visitors to simply cover the basics and do the destination justice. Philadelphia offers everything you expect from a major metropolitan city, but with more breathing room and easy accessibility from other major cities in the East Coast. From hotels, dining, attractions, our price points are friendlier than most of our East Coast neighbors. By reconfiguring packages to shift 2 or 3 nights in Philadelphia, the overall package price actually goes down, and this provides greater value to your customers. And lastly, by reconfiguring these packages, you will definitely offer new and exciting destination while offering a 3-city package for a comparable price of a 2-city one. So we look forward to welcoming you in Philadelphia.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I hope
Thank you so much, Tira, for that lovely presentation of Philadelphia. Philly is a really cool cultural city with a great vibe. And fall season is actually one of the best times to visit the US as it's not too hot, not too cold, but the perfect weather for kids, parents, as well as senior citizens. So now from the East Coast, from Philadelphia, we are taking a direct flight for about 6 hours into California to the West Coast, South California to LA. And we have Seema Kadam. She's the regional director for India at Los Angeles Tourism. Over to Seema.
Thank you, Bhavika. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. It's great to connect with you all today and share our comeback story along with our partners at Brand USA. So, after all the interesting insights on East Coast, okay, sorry, so after listening about New York and Philadelphia, now let's jump into the West Coast and let me give you more insights into Los Angeles. So, rising from tourism's last year, which was almost lost for the whole tourism industry, LA is staging its comeback. So, complete with a new look and feel with its new logo. So I'm sure you can see that on the slide. So we have a new vibrant logo, which was unveiled on 15th of June. So that's definitely a positive for us from the last year of 2020. So we understand the situation is very dynamic in terms of COVID cases worldwide, and hence the need to be frequently updated on the changing scenario in terms of guidelines and protocols. So besides keeping an eye on the CDC website, which Bhavika shared earlier, we have regular updates for LA County on our website as well, because we need to definitely understand what's open, what's closed. So I think this site will give you updates on that. So 15 June, of course, marked a major milestone for California and Los Angeles, wherein the government and public health officials announced safe reopening of the state and the city. So Los Angeles, we have had so far 63.5% of the population who have at least one vaccine. So yes, there has been a safe reopening. But just to tell you, we have a mask mandate again reinforced for indoor venues. So that is something that you'll have to keep in mind when you advise your clients. Now, coming to the destination, Los Angeles is a perfect gateway to the West Coast because of LAX, that is Los Angeles International Airport, which is the largest airport in California and has been moving along with its $14 billion transformation project. So if you don't like extremes, LA is a great fit for you because the city is known for its Mediterranean climate with nearly 300 days of sunshine, which helps you in exploring the city known for its ethnic diversity, which is not just limited to its culture, but even with landscapes that ranges from attractions, restaurants, hotels, shopping, and activities. So LA comprises basically of 5 regions, mainly the beach cities, West Side, downtown, Hollywood, and the Valley, with each having its unique offerings that caters to every segment of traveler. And recently, it's not mentioned on the slide, but we've recently had another addition to the county called the South Los Angeles region. So the major attractions this region encompasses are the Bank of California Stadium, the CA Science Center, the Natural History Museum, and the Watts Tower. So as I mentioned, thanks to the beautiful year-round weather, there's no shortage of things to do in the City of Angels. From sporting events, some of the best outdoor music venues to various hiking trails, from easy to difficult ones, you could explore a gamut of activities and experiences during fall and winter too. So Los Angeles is a foodie's heaven. It has one of the most dynamic culinary scenes in the country. It's home to famous international cuisines, five-star restaurants, and farm-to-table eateries, with a substantial number of Indian and vegetarian restaurants spread throughout LA County. So vegetarian food or Indian food is definitely not going to be an issue if you're traveling to Los Angeles. Some of the best outdoor music venues, as I mentioned, are located in LA. So the Hollywood Bowl, the outdoor amphitheater, is a popular attraction for music lovers. And especially now during COVID times, people are looking for outdoor venues. Besides that, we have the most awaited opening of the Academy Museum, which will be the world's premier institution dedicated to art and science of movies, and will open to the public in September 2021. So that's one of the most awaited ones, and keeping fingers crossed that it'll open on September 2021. We are also proud to announce that the $14 billion modernization program at LAX is going strong, with construction picking speed on the automated people mover train, the consolidated rent-a-car facility, and the intermodal transportation facility West, which includes a 4,300 space parking structure. Just to add to LAX, we even have the vaccination. So, in partnership with the Los Angeles Fire Department, LAX is now offering free one-dose Johnson and Johnson COVID-19 vaccination for those 18 and older. I did see a question in the chat about, Covaxin being approved by USA. Just to tell you, the US is still not kind of, taking those vaccines. They still need the RT-PCR negative test for entry into the country. Of course, till the borders are open, people, the ones who do quarantine in different countries and enter, you still need to have the RT-PCR negative test. Moving on, besides the very popular studio tours, of course, we have the Warner Brothers, the Universal, the Sony, the Paramount. Besides these very popular studio tours, there are other free activities throughout Los Angeles, which include the Getty Center, the Broad Contemporary Art Museum, and visiting the local farmers market in each of the neighborhoods. Los Angeles is incomplete without, visiting the beaches. I'm sure there's one more region which is going to be spoken about after my presentation, which will give you more insight into the beach region of LA. But Los Angeles is the best city to experience the quintessential endless summer. So from Venice to Malibu, we have rounded up the best beaches in LA at discoverlosangeles.com. So if you visit our website, you'll learn more about each beach. So there's lots to learn and, about these beaches. One of the best part about visiting Los Angeles is that activity is built right in. So with the Pacific Ocean to the west and the ring of mountains throughout, not to mention countless walking, running, biking, and cycling paths, as well as numerous golf courses, there's a lot of activities in terms of outdoor to be done in Los Angeles. We were talking about what are the fall and winter activities. So you can get your dose of magical winter vibes without leaving LA. To talk about fall in Los Angeles is an elusive thing. There's no nip in the air or any dramatic color changes that could possibly happen in fashion rather than on trees. So no matter the weather, some of the best things to do during this very peculiar fall in LA is you could go apple picking. Bhavika did mention that. So you could go apple picking from September to November. The Oak Glen area will be blooming with these fruits just waiting to be picked. You can play in a pumpkin patch. So enjoy the extended outdoor screening season at San Fernando Valley drive-in. Then you have the late night drive-in. You have the Halloween drive-in. There are a lot of these drive-in theaters. You could enjoy a movie night. You could go camping. You could check out the Christmas lights. Most of the month of December is technically still considered fall. So yes, those are the activities that you could do in fall. And don't let the lack of real snow or cold unnecessarily fool you. So there are plenty of things to do in Los Angeles to make it feel like wintertime. You can celebrate the magic of the holiday season, see the Grove transform into a winter wonderland. And the best part of LA's warm winters, being able to ice skate outdoors without actually getting cold. So you could rent skates at LA's LA Live's downtown ring, which is sponsored by LA Kings. then glide around uh, the towering Christmas tree in the heart of the city. And if you want a carnival feel, you can join the Hollywood Christmas Parade, which is an annual affair, takes place every Sunday after Thanksgiving. So, in the Hollywood community in Los Angeles, the parade follows almost a 3.5-mile route along Hollywood Boulevard, then back along the Sunset Boulevard, and features various celebrities among its participants. Per tradition, in the end, you will have Santa Claus coming along. So yes, those are some of the fun activities that you could do in the fall and winter in LA. So, getting acquainted with the numerous hiking trails in Los Angeles is a perfect way to discover why LA is the ideal place to get outside. You know, you could search by some best hiking trails at Discover Los Angeles to explore LA's secret stairs to hikes with incredible views of LA. Getting around, the metro is one of the best ways to travel within LA. So, getting acquainted with the transportation system, it's one of the fastest and the most cost effective way of moving within the city. So you have these tap cards which make public transport user friendly. It costs you $1 and are reloadable with dollar amounts. So $7 for a day pass and $25 for a 7-day pass. Of course, Los Angeles, as I mentioned, is an entire universe into itself. But just beyond the city limits are some of California's premier coastal retreats, sun-soaked towns, theme parks, and island escapes. So, if you're driving to Santa Barbara, it's just going to take you 2 hours, to San Diego 2.5, to Palm Springs just a couple of hours, and to Disneyland 45 minutes. So everything is in driving distance. Now coming to the hotels, Los Angeles area hotel development is heating up with the weather as summertime makes way for the beginning of the boutique hotel boom. So we have these are the new additions of Hoxton downtown LA, which opened in June. Then we have the Wayfarer downtown, the Hotel June LAX as well. So the Hotel June is a 250 room hotel. In addition to that, there's the Godfrey Hotel, which is opened in July. Then the Fairmont Century Plaza, opening in September 2021. Then Thompson Hollywood, which is opening in October. It'll be returned to the buzzing Hollywood neighborhood with this new property on Wilcox, the Thompson Hollywood. And if you need to know about the other hotels, there's a full list of hotel openings on our website, which is discoverlosangeles.com. I would request you to, take a look on that to check some of the other hotels as well. So as California and LA reopen, Los Angeles comeback is underway with new hotels, as I mentioned, restaurants, museum exhibitions, and more making their debut. So you have the Bank of California Stadium, which opened recently. You have the Sophie Stadium and Hollywood Park, which opened. The Academy Museum, which is now scheduled to reopen in September. We have the Lucas Museum of Narrative Arts. So quite a few reopenings that are lined up for you. And of course, without talking of the sporting events, we have a lot of big ticket events that are scheduled as well. You have the MLS All-Star Game, the Super Bowl in 2022, the MLB All-Star Game, then the US Open Championship in 2023, the men's basketball in 2024. We are even a candidate city for the FIFA World Cup in 2024, and in 2028, of course, the Olympics. So again, there's going to be an Olympic fervor as it was now. So I'm sure things would definitely be in a better space by that time. If you're visiting Los Angeles and you intend to visit at least 2 theme parks, or visit a studio tour and perhaps another big attraction or two, then you almost certainly will save a lot of money with the Go Los Angeles or the Go City Pass, which was earlier called Go Los Angeles Pass. It has been renamed now as the Go City, formerly the Leisure Pass Group. So if you can get a pass at a discount, it's obviously an even better deal. So you could enjoy incredible savings on almost 40 plus attractions all in one pass. We have revamped our travel trade resources as well. So we have a new revamped LA Insider program for you, the certification program, uh, which has 3 modules. So I encourage you to register for the e-learning, as this is going to enhance your knowledge on a lot of new things that are happening in Los Angeles on the destination. Very easy to be done. It's not a very lengthy program. It's just simple 3 modules, which I think you could complete even in one sitting. Besides that, Bhavika did mention the USA Discovery program, the Los Angeles badge. So in case you haven't completed that, I urge you to even, uh, check that out and complete it at your feasibility. We last year we even have kind of launched this Facebook page just for the travel trade. So if you're still not following it, please follow that, because we have latest updates on the destination that are loaded on the Facebook page. So that's the travel trade Facebook page. We have quite a few interesting videos on YouTube that have been loaded as well. So if you want to take a look at that in terms of the gastronomy tour and the hiking and stuff like that, all that is on the YouTube links that are displayed here. And now we'll get you to the destination virtually. So we'll play the video now, the destination brand video.
Thank you, Seema, for all the in depth current
Thank you.
updates about Los Angeles. And
Yes.
those are Seema's contact details on the screen. Feel free to get in touch with her. We're also going to be sending all the presenters' email addresses as well as the trade websites in the follow up email.
Thank you, Bhavika.
Most welcome, Seema. Always a pleasure to have you. So, LA is really a beautiful year round destination. And if you and your clients haven't been, you must make it a part of your bucket list the next time you're in the US. We're now going to move on to a final presentation for the day, which is about Santa Monica, a beautiful beach town, super relaxing, super luxurious. And over to Dira to kind of take you through the destination.
Thank you, Bhavika, and hello everyone. Welcome to LA's beachside city. Yes, welcome to Santa Monica. This Southern Californian beach city offers a year round warm weather, adventurous and relaxing beach activities, world class dining options, and wellness experiences, and so much more on offer. That's an image of the pier of the Santa Monica Pier, which offers some of the most beautiful sunsets you'll ever see. So here's why Santa Monica is called LA's beachside city, only because of its location. As you see on your map here, it's located just about 20 minutes away from Los Angeles airport as well as downtown LA. So think about arriving into LAX and hitting the Santa Monica beach in just about 20 minutes. Yes, that's possible. Hence, this beach city makes for a great location to base yourself for your Southern Californian holiday, explore the beach activities, as well as the whole LA County. So you can see everything from Beverly Hills, Hollywood, Universal, from Santa Monica. In fact, even Anaheim Disneyland is just an hour away from here. So once you arrive in Santa Monica, you'll find it very easy to move around without a car. How? We are just 21 square kilometers of a beach city, so we are extremely walkable. We offer amazing bike rides around the city, or you can also take a free ride service which we offer called Circuit, which offers free rides from point A to point B of the city within 2 mile radius for free. So imagine going from the beach to your hotel to most attractions. Everything can be taken care of by this service itself. The city has 8 unique neighborhoods, and each of these neighborhoods offer a unique and distinct character in itself. So, if you're wondering, how can I escape the chill and fall during the fall and winter months in the US? Santa Monica is your perfect answer because we offer 280 days of sunshine, and here are some ways to escape the chill in Santa Monica. First up, we have an expansive coastline, and the beach offers numerous activities and experiences that you can make use of within the open space. One of them is the beach yoga called SoCal. Now, SoCal is a studio that offers beach yoga sessions at about $25 for 90 minutes. You must reserve your spot in advance as well. Secondly, one of the things of going to the beach is packing your beach bag, which includes all the things from your beach towels to food, drinks, and so many things more. In Santa Monica, you can opt for a VIP beach experience we have, which is called Perry's on the Beach. Perry's Beach Butler will bring in your beach chair, table, umbrella, give you a mini cooler stacked with water, and bring you tanning products, chill beverages, and food as well. This base service is offered at $100 for 2 people for an entire day. Perry's also offers bike rentals and guided tours of the city as well. Next up, who wouldn't want to explore the world's longest oceanfront bike path, that is the South Bay Bike Trail in Santa Monica? The best way to get on this bike trail is to rent a bike. We offer bike rentals at just about $20 for 2 hours or lesser as well, depending on what you would like. It roughly takes about 10 minutes to cycle to the nearby Venice Beach as well. And next up, the most exciting part, did you know that you could actually learn to surf in Santa Monica in just about 2 hours? There are several surf schools in Santa Monica, and because of the smaller waves that hit the Santa Monica shore, everybody from age 4 to 94 can actually learn to surf in here. Courses start at $149 per person. Santa Monica is home to vibrant art scene and over 130 street murals. Visitors can see these street murals on a self-guided walking tour using our online mural guide as well. And it's time to indulge in some retail therapy. Santa Monica has the Santa Monica Place, which you see on your screen. It is an open air luxury shopping center anchored by Nordstrom and Bloomingdale's. We offer a whole range of unique boutiques to high end stores, and the Third Street Promenade is the answer for all the high end stores. For example, Apple, Zara, Gap, Levi's, Armani Exchange, all of these top brands are located there. For the unique boutiques, I would suggest you to go to Montana Avenue and also stop by at some local cafes there because they are a real delight. Coming into the dining options, dining in Santa Monica is not just an activity, it's a well rounded experience. We offer everything from Michelin and award winning restaurants to Indian dining options as well. And now, as Seema mentioned as well, the whole region has opened up to a whole range of outdoor and alfresco dining options, many with spectacular ocean sea views. One of the most unique things is this new dining experience that is launched in Santa Monica called the Santa Monica Picnic Company. This is a beautiful way to explore the Santa Monica beach. Hire the Santa Monica Beach Company, Picnic Company to set up your own picnic. They really curate an elegant and all inclusive beach picnic for you that features professionally designed furnishings and locally sourced charcuterie and refreshments. They provide everything from a cool instant camera device to music on the side as well. So it makes for a great option for date nights, anniversaries, birthdays, and family outings as well. The base price for a 2 hour experience is roughly at about $320, so it comes as a premium price point. Next up, take an amazing wine tasting tour, a private one at that, at the Malibu Discovery Tours. They offer guided tours of the Santa Monica Mountains as well, and this whole experience is offered at about $160 per person for a 5 hour tour. 41 different accommodation options ranging from budget to boutique to luxury, all within Santa Monica. Most hotels in the city offer a walking distance into the beach. So, and there are in fact two properties which are located bang on the beach. They are Shutters on the beach and Casa del Mar. We also have a whole range of branded properties. So, if your clients prefer them, we have the whole lot from your JW to your Fairmont, Viceroy, Hilton Suites, all of them right there. And we all know, like we said, and we've all discussed earlier, that elevated safety and hygiene standards are important, and Santa Monica also takes them very, very seriously. We have the Santa Monica Shines program, which offers tips to travel safely and responsibly within the city. All the travel protocols and hygiene assurances by our hotels, restaurants, and attractions are mentioned here. And we really offer that 200 days of sunshine with all the safety and hygiene measures in place. We are very active on our social media, so I would really urge you to go through it, browse through them, and get some inspiration on the city of Santa Monica. It was great pleasure having you all, and thank you, and see you in sunny Santa Monica. Can we have the video, please?
Thank you so much, Tira, for that really insightful update on sunny Santa Monica. Before we get into the Q&As, here's a quick look at our upcoming webinar, which is the finale of our Chalo USA webinar series that we started in April. Please do join us for part 6. This is going to be a really educational one because we're going to be covering US national parks in Arizona, Utah, Denver, and we also have San Francisco, which is going to be presenting the latest updates. It's on the 8th of September at 3 p.m. India time. We're now going to open the Q&A for everyone. Before we get into that, just a few things that I'd like to say. So currently the borders are not yet open for Indians to travel to the US. And under the air bubble agreement, we just have United Airlines as well as Air India who are flying into New York JFK, Newark Airport, Washington, D.C., Chicago, and San Francisco. So these remain the gateways under the air bubble agreement. However, currently the US is not open for international travel. Coming down to the vaccine tourism question, I believe that was a topic of the past because now I believe we have vaccinations freely available and most of us have either got our first shot or approaching to get our second shot. However, there are certain companies like Europa Mundo, they are promoting their packages and they're giving away the Johnson & Johnson dose either in New York or in LA. And there's also Red Carpet Travel from the DMC side who have some vaccine packages. So please do get in touch with them if you have any such queries. So just keeping the floor open now for any other questions that there may be. You can just type them out on the chat box. Also, my email is on the screen. So this really brings us to the end of our presentation. I hope you got some really refreshed new insights into all these destinations that you've been selling for years, but there's so much new to do, see, and experience that is going to be a completely new destination once you visit it again. We are also going to be sending up a follow-up email with all the speakers' email addresses as well as the travel trade websites. They're also available currently under the handouts page. I've also put out the US Embassy India page for any new updates. If you are looking out for any visa updates or any travel updates, it's updated on a very regular basis and has the most recent updates. So please keep that your go-to source for any travel guidelines to the US. There's also a feedback link under the handouts. So let us know what you thought of today's session, if you enjoyed it. If there's something else that we can help you with, we'd be always happy to help. So there's a question by Ahinsa Jain. Would there be any discount on packages post-COVID scenarios? If you could explain a bit about the pricing model. So as you know, Ahinsa, we are the destination marketing authority for the US. The pricing is generally done by the on-ground receptive tour operators and the destination management companies. But going by the looks of it, currently, travel across the US is happening domestically and for the limited number of countries that the US is open for, and it seems to be packed. So rates are pretty much the same. But the good news is that, as you would have seen through today's presentation, there's a lot more new properties located in city centers, which could offer you a similar experience. And we are happy to share a DMC list with you. We can connect with you on that. If there are any more questions, feel free to email me or email any of the speakers if they're destination related. We will definitely come back to you. And that brings us to the end of today's webinar. We really hope you enjoyed it. It was a little longer than we anticipated, but really thank you once again for your time and have a wonderful week ahead.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks a lot, everybody.